I was at a mastermind a while back, and a gentleman came up on stage saying that he, created a team, a real estate team, in the traditional sense, putting a bunch of people under him, and that it was probably one of the biggest mistakes that he had made in early on in his career. And in this video here, I just want to walk you through, some of the mistakes that he said he made, some of the advice he gave on, how to build a team properly, and ultimately how video wraps up into this idea in a form of leverage. So that's what we're going to chat about. Let me go into his story a little bit, and then I'll let you chime in on what your thoughts are.
Yeah, okay? Go ahead. So yeah, I'm interested.
So I was at this mastermind, and this guy, I don't like throwing numbers around like this a lot because sometimes it's not believable. But this gentleman has been doing $100,000 in take-home money commission monthly for years, for a long time. So he's extremely credible. He's on he's like in the commercial real estate side of things, and he does have a big team. But he told us the story where after having a little bit of success in the beginning of his real estate career, he started hiring a bunch of team members. He thought, like, I need more people, right? Well, without going into a crazy long story, he was hiring people that weren't as productive as him. And then all of his time ended up going to helping them be successful and get them to a point of where he already was. And he said it killed his production, wasted his time, and ultimately didn't even really work. Like, some of these people never got to the level that he was at. And what he would do now, what he said to do now, is to create a me plus support business. Put people around you that can elevate how much you can do, if that makes sense. So think of it maybe as like a setter and a closer kind of situation, or I guess the main thought here is that he is the money-making activity, on the phones. And when he had all of those people join his team, he stopped doing that activity to help them grow their business. Which what he does now is he still is in the main driver's seat, and then once he does get a deal or whatever, he passes it off to a team that just supports him in his production. So it's a little bit higher level thought there, but it's just setting up a team in a little bit different ways. For example, get an assistant, get a couple of people that can run around and do showings for you, and take the lead that he gets, that he's good at, like the main money-making activity, and take them through the sales process, work on the fulfilling side of the business. That's one simple example. But anyway, that's the story. And I would like to get into a little bit about how video could wrap up into this, like a me plus support style business, including video.
Yeah.
And it's like things that we've talked about in that realm. So I don't know, open up with whatever you want to.
Yeah, I mean, I think a good talking point here is he set out to get more leverage in his business, buy time back, build a team underneath him that could service clients and do these different types of things. And then he realized that time that he bought back, that leverage he was seeking, it was reallocated to the wrong spots, because he quickly learned, as you just said, that he was the money-making activity in his business. Like, he himself.
Let me chime in real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to make that more concise, he invested in something that did not give him an ROI.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. In the form of leverage. He invested into leverage, and it wasn't the leverage that he was looking for specifically. So he pivoted, which led to this, the point you were talking about with video, how everything wraps up. So can you talk about how
I will.
He shifted from that leverage point?
Yeah, so this particular guy, he actually does, he started to do video now, but he doesn't do video in the aspect that we say. I wanted to wrap that in here because that's what we believe in. He still does like heavy cold calling. He's just set it up so where he has a team around him that now helps him close more deals instead of him helping other people close more deals, if that makes sense. So a little bit backwards of how to set up a team there. How I think video comes into play is like the dream business. I know it's my dream business, but this has to be across the board for agents. If you could invest into something one time that always brings you back results, and then meaning making YouTube videos, it gets leads. When you get the inbound lead, imagine having a team in place that handles the lead. What would you then be able to do as an agent? Go anywhere you wanted to go, do anything you wanted to do. You wouldn't be bottlenecked or like stuck in a particular area. If you, for example, you shoot 6 months of content in 2 days for the clients of your agency. So if I know as an agent, a real estate agent, that I had to shoot 4 days a year, it's gonna bring all of the business that I needed for that year, and then I also have a team that takes the inbound. you could film for 4 days a year and be off the rest of the year.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Like then it's just oversight, you know? Then it's just
Exactly.
literally oversight, making sure your team's doing it. We've got transaction coordinators, assistants, a showing agent. Like that's the support we're talking about.
Yeah.
You're the main person. You're the one getting on video, but the way we shoot and teach how to be on video is taking no time at all. So anyway, that's how I think video wraps into this is you can build an insane machine like that.
Yeah, and that's what I want to end this video with. So long as you provided us all the insights from from that presentation, is you can build your business the way that you want to, and video and YouTube specifically is an extremely viable option. Although it's not the most popular or common right now, we've seen it on the agency side of things. We've seen it in your business. That's why this channel exists. That's why we built a Digital Real Estate Academy, which you can check out in the description below. We have found a way to give you leverage as a realtor. And the example you said of, at least for our clients on the agency side, they could film 4 days a year. They're the face on camera. They're the face of their own brand and their own business. And all they have to do is invest those 4 days a year to film, and then everything else is on autopilot. They can focus on whatever they need to. They don't have to worry about marketing. They don't have to stress about videos or social media or content or brand or this or that. The team is taking care of rolling everything out, and he's doing his thing, doing that. When the third leads come in, he can dish them off. He can take them himself. Point being, he has bought himself so much time, energy, and effort by doing this, by really YouTube specifically, but really video as a whole.